Hi people, welcome back to another video. Well, today we're gonna be doing conforming death. So let's get on to it. Oh, sorry.
When a person dies, a number of steps need to be completed to allow legal registration of the death.
So first off, there is a whole lot of steps that needs to be done. So
For a funeral to take place. The first is the verification of the death.
mhm.
This is sometimes known as recognition of life extinct, or pronouncing death, or declaration of death. The process of verification of death is defined as deciding whether a patient is actually deceased. It does not necessarily require a medical practitioner to undertake this verification. For example, there are certain nursing staff and certain ambulance staff that can also undertake the verification. However, it is necessary for a medical practitioner to undertake the certification of death. The guidance in this video is taken from the Oxford Handbook for the Foundation Programme. The first step when declaring death is to ensure that you have identified that you have got the correct patient by using patient identifiers.
That's always important to because we'll have to because we might have two patients with the same name, same first name and same last name, but they might be spelled different. And the one that is spelled different, both names, let's say, is George um, back. So um, George back, one might be spelled different, but we might on George back would will how do I say this? When one we might be doing we might think we're doing the patient named George Brack that died, but but I did but that patient is not really dead. The patient could be sleeping, so it's always it's that's the first thing we want to do after washing your hands is make sure the name is spelled right and the patient it that will working on and we're checking to see if that is the name that says on the records. So I know it was a mouthful, but let's get on to it.
After this, you should check for any reaction to voice and pain.
So pain we can like um hit the collarbone, like not hit it, but like hit softly. We we can rub the sternum. I would choose sternum, but it depends.
This is done by undertaking a sternal rub or pressure on the supraorbital nerve. The next step is to check for pupillary reflexes.
Yep.
Pupils will be fixed and often dilated. Often they will also have a dry appearance as well.
Mm-hmm.
Next, assess for absence of a central pulse for 1
So central pulse can be neck carotid.
minute. This can either be a carotid or
Mm-hmm.
femoral pulse.
Yep. Femoral also.
After assessing absence of a pulse, move on to assess for absence of heart sounds.
So what he mean by heart sounds is if the heartbeat is the heartbeat. You know, so we'll do that by a stethoscope.
For 1 minute, After this,
auscultation is listening to the heart.
assess for respiratory effort and sounds by listening to both sides of the chest for 30 seconds each.
So breath sound is when you're breathing and we can hear the person breathing.
Using your stethoscope. Do bear in mind you might still hear gastrointestinal sounds. Don't confuse these for respiratory sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It is also helpful to note if there is a pacemaker present in the patient, and then you need to make a written documentation of the declaration of death. This should be timed and dated in the notes and should contain the following information.
Mm-hmm.
That there is no response to pain, that the pupils
So,
fixed and dilated, and that there is no carotid pulse, no audible heart sounds, and no audible breath sounds for 60 seconds each. You should then make a statement that declares the death has occurred at a particular time on that particular date, and it's also useful to note whether there is a pacemaker palpable or not. Finally, sign the entry with your full name, signature, designation, and a contact number or contact bleep. The next step, of course, is then to decide whether this patient needs referral to the coroner, and there will be further education on this subject at another time in your medical training.
mm-hmm.
It's also, of course, important to ensure that you speak to the family and inform other members of the medical team and nursing team of the patient's death.
Alright, so that's going it for this video here. I hope y'all have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.